Hey gang, Uncle Todd and Sonny here, and we're looking at the latest episode of Doctor Who. And darn that Russell T Davies, each show gets more woke than the last. We open up on a very technologically advanced planet that actually looks almost 20th century in some aspects, but we're introduced to Lindsay, who is a young woman who gives us a very young Paris Hilton type vibe. And on this planet, they have what's called a dot, which is a little robotic sphere. And this operates the bubble, which completely surrounds someone's head. And that's all their social media. It's done by AI. All her friends that she talks to and things, and music she listens to, and it also directs her how to walk. It shows her how to, gives her directions. Go here, turn here. There's even things that pop up to let her know she has to go to the bathroom, brush her teeth, go to work, all that kind of stuff. And the doctor pops in and says she's in danger, and she immediately swipes left. She does it like with her eye or her head or whatever, and he's gone. And then she goes to work and basically oblivious to everyone around her, as is everyone else. Although one of her friends has been talking about some of their friends, they've gone offline. He can't find them anywhere. It's almost like they've disappeared. Then while Lindsay's at work, Ruby pops up, pretending to be a technician who needs to do a survey. And throughout all this, Lindsay discovers that none of her coworkers that she sits around are there. And then she sees one of them being eaten by this large slug-like creature with a lot of teeth. And she's scared. So they tell her that she needs to get out of the building. Just drop the bubble and get out of the building. She drops the bubble and she runs into things. She can't figure out how to walk on her own. She's always had directions. So they bring the bubble back up. She goes out, runs into a monster in the elevator, but ignores her. And she's able to make it outside. And she drops the bubble to look around, and there are monsters everywhere. They eat some people, let others pass by. So she goes to hide and brings up her bubble again because she needs comfort. And the doctor says that he actually contacts all of her friends because they're all interconnected, and he tells them all they have to get to this one location. It's a way out. See, the whole city is encased in a bubble, and outside it is just wilderness. And the doctor is trying to figure out why some people get eaten and others are left alone. And unfortunately, Lindsay's battery dies because she charges it at work, and they told her to leave work. So she's trying to make it on her own, but having difficulty navigating. She walks into a post like 3 times. Eventually, she runs into Ricky September, who's on her list of friends who she loves watching make videos and dance and sing and everything. And it turns out he's not on all the time. He makes his videos and then uploads them, and then spends the rest of his time exercising, reading, going out and looking at the city, and he's seen these things. He can't make any videos about them. They're always somehow deleted. But they make it to the place, the conduit, that that they were needing to go to. And while Lindsay is charging up her bubble, or her dot, Ricky goes to contact the homeworld. You see, these are all the privileged kids of rich parents who've been sent here by their parents to have a great life. And he's going to contact the home planet to get rescue, where he finds out the whole planet has just been destroyed. Those things have eaten everyone and destroyed everything. But he doesn't tell Lindsay that. He doesn't want her to lose hope. So with her charged bubble, they recontact the doctor, who gives them the code, which is like 100 numbers, and Ricky starts typing them in. And while he's doing that, the doctor and Ruby and Lindsay start to discuss things, and the doctor realizes how they're deciding who to eat. They're going in alphabetical order. And since the AI controls everything, the monsters are also controlled by the AI. And he realizes the AI has turned on this planet of people because it's learned to hate them. And then Lindsay's number comes up. And she tries to turn off the bubble, but the dot remains active and starts to attack her. So she and Ricky switch places, and she starts typing in the rest of the code, and he starts battling the dot. And then when it looks like the dot's going to get around him and take out Lindsay, she blurts out Ricky's real name isn't September, it's Coons. Check your records. It does, and it goes to attack Ricky while she slips away into the tunnel. She arrives at this place by a river, and the doctor and Ruby are there, and a lot of her friends are there, and other people. They're going to take a boat, and they're going to go outside the bubble, and they're going to go live in the woods, and they're going to learn how to survive, and they're going to conquer it just like their ancestors did. These people who have been sheltered and pampered their whole life, a la Wally, are in no way prepared for the outside. Ricky may have been. These people are not. And the doctor offers to take them in his TARDIS to some place where they'll be safe, where they don't have to go to do this, because they'll die. And then Lindsay and the rest look at the doctor and say, no. Seeing you on the bubble's one thing. In person, no. You're not one of us. You don't look like us. We are not going to go with you. And they head off to their death, confident that they have what it takes, without any knowledge or training. The doctor cries and laughs, and then goes into the TARDIS after they leave. Distraught. What is most interesting for me about this episode is you think it's one thing until you get to the end. Because you think it's all just a diatribe about rich entitled people, social media. And at the end, it's all about class and race. Now, they had, I think Davies had said he wrote this originally back during the Matt Smith era. But writer's strike happened, so they put it away. And it works better now with a new doctor because he is, let's call it what it is. He's black, and they're all white. And despite Ruby being with him, they're not going to trust the doctor because of how he looks, despite the fact that he saved them from the bugs. And it's also a bit of a warning about AI. Kind of a Skynet thing, only smarter. Instead of just waging an all-out physical war, it lulls you in by pampering. And then when you're defenseless because you can't function any other way, boom. Thought-provoking, bit downbeat, but very interesting. Really hated when she sacrificed Ricky to save herself. Ricky was probably the best character, best person on the planet because, again, getting into woke territory, he educated himself. And we all know how education is the bane of America, according to some politicians, because it's woke. As if learning actual history is a bad thing. But, yeah. I think this season's just been killing it. Every episode's better than the last. Please hit like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.